Hey everyone, welcome back to 2 Idiots Review. I'm Caleb.
I'm Hannah, and we got a lot to talk about for the third episode of Season 8, Game of Thrones.
Battle of Winterfell.
As you can see, there's 2 lines here for our Season 8 deaths. A lot happens. The episode basically starts off with, like, the war. There wasn't really any, like, downtime.
A little bit, just at the very beginning when Melisandre came and lit
all their swords on fire, which I was like, about time you started doing
she wandered in the castle and was like, oh, there's no need to kill me. Like,
I'll be dead.
They're kind of like stationing their troops, and like it was just kind of like we knew that it was out there, but they were like preparing all the men and everything. So it felt like it was just a little bit of like before all the craziness.
And then they like stormed off. All the Dothraki and like Jorah went off into like you can't even see anything, and then
talking about some dragonfire.
I know, right? And then like not very many made it back. So Jorah came back, but not a lot of Dothraki.
Gone.
Yeah, they're pretty much gone.
Didn't really take any of them out. Didn't look like, at least.
I don't think so. I mean, probably some, but it was so dark. Like, could you see it? Like, you see, like, the flaming swords, and then all of a sudden there's just, like, nothing. And it's like, okay, I think they're all dead.
That's why you wait for them to come to you, because they're all standing in pitch black, and they're doing that for a reason.
I mean, yeah.
But so it's like you have all these torches and stuff around your men, and it's like that way you can see out a little bit, and you just kind of wait it out until they come to you. And then they did. There was a lot of good... It's hard to piece together on like where to. There's a lot of good, like really. I mean, there was some really good CGI. The dragon battles looked really good. There was some characters. The freaking Hound. That guy doesn't quit hiding when he sees fire. Like, come on, man. I don't think it was even just that. He was
and then he was scared, because he knew that they were all going to die.
We're all dead.
Well, exactly, but do you want to die, like, hiding behind the wall right there, or do you want to at least go down fighting, and then, rise again?
Well, because he's always been, he's like the big, giant that everyone's afraid of, but he's more afraid of everything else, I feel like, than...
But I do think what's funny is that what snapped him out of it was seeing Arya, fighting for her life, and he was just like, oh, okay.
Like, I can't let a little girl, outdo me.
So... there was just so much. Watching, them battling the White Walkers, I mean, they're just getting destroyed. They were just getting destroyed. And then they were lighting the trench.
I mean, like they said, like he's been saying all along, he's like, even... He was telling the wildlings up north, he was like, the North folk can't stop them, the Night's Watch can't stop them, all the southern kings and queens can't stop them. He's like, maybe together. He's like, and then probably not even then. And that's exactly what happened. Like, they were still just outmatched.
They were just getting destroyed. When they, lit the trench on fire, and they all just were kind of standing there for a while, and then they all just started throwing themselves on to, deaden the fire so people get over.
They had, some kind of, mental link because of the Night King was
he did. And I was just like, oh, crap. Well, now they're getting it. Now I got a little Lord of the Rings vibe because they were, coming up the wall.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
except for not Lord of the Rings, they were just stacking on top of each other and just making mountains and then climbing up. So I was just like, jeez.
The first, I think that he was the first, notable death. These aren't in order, but I think was Ed.
Yeah.
Saving stupid Sam. I'm sorry, but if you're going to stand out there and fight, at least, I mean, I feel like they're always, I feel like, Jon and all the other Night's Watch guys were always, saving him. And then, now to, Ed's death because of it. And I was just like, oh.
Well, he's going to feel really bad about that. But in the next episode, he's probably going to be like...
I actually almost thought Sam was going to die at one point because he was on the ground when Jon was running through, how...
And Jon saw him and then...
Well, but you know how, I feel like there's been many scenes where Jon does that, where he just kind of, runs through and just kind of, gets one. He doesn't actually, stop to fight. But yeah, he saw Sam and I was like, is he going to turn around? And he was just like, no, I can't. I'm going to keep going. But Sam was on the ground and I was like, is he about to die? He didn't. He survived. So yeah, Ed freaking saving Sam cost him his life.
I'm really upset that Jon didn't get to kill an undead dragon. I thought that's where that was going.
I kind of thought like maybe, but then I was like, he's not gonna be able to kill that thing.
Stab it through the top of the head with the Valerian steel.
I was sad to see.
He could be like, I'm the dragon killer.
I was sad to see Lyanna Mormont die, but at least she took down the giant, which was pretty cool. But
she was the fiercest of them all.
She went running after that thing, and I was just like, oh no! And then he just like picked her up and was like, and squish. But yeah, she did get him in the eye. So she at least took the big one down with her, and then came back later. I think so. The whole thing with Beric, the Red Woman, Arya, the Hound, like they were all together. Like Arya was like running through the crypts. I mean, not the crypts, but running through the halls and castle and trying to get away from all of them. And like they eventually catch up to her. And Beric basically, he dies basically saving Arya. And then the Red Woman says,
he's fulfilled his purpose.
Yeah, he's fulfilled his like service or like whatever it is. So basically, he kept getting brought back
because he needed
to save Arya. I was like, oh. Okay, and then
she must do something important.
I know. Well, and then Arya kind of confronts Melisandre because she was like, "I know you. You're on my list." And then they kind of talk, and then she's like, "You said that I would, kill many men or many faces or like whatever it was."
Or she said she would close many eyes.
Yeah, something like that. And she was like, and then Melisandre's like, "Yeah,
green
red."
Eyes,
And then as soon as she
eyes,
said blue, I was
blue
like,
eyes.
I was like, yes. I was like, oh, here we go. Which I always kind of thought Arya was going to be the one. I don't know why I thought that.
I always just thought Jon just because he's the one that's always been fighting.
Yeah, I feel like that was too predictable. But I actually always thought that it was going to be Arya.
Yeah, apparently he can survive Dragonfire.
But yeah, and then King can survive like a lot of Dragonfire. Like she was like just going.
As soon as he did that, I was like, he's not dead.
Yeah, oh yeah. That would have just been too easy. We still have like an hour left of the episode. I have to say, Jon might be just like the luckiest character I've ever seen on television ever. Because first of all, he's going after the Night King, and the Night King's like, please. And he like raises all the people up, and then he's like circled around, and he's like going off, getting about to be like taken down by all of them, and then like Daenerys comes in with the dragon. And I was like, you lucky turd. and then like later, he's about to be killed by Ice Dragon, and then an epic moment happens. I was actually sad to see Theon go, because I've actually liked his character development over the course of the series, and especially the last like couple of seasons. So he went out, saving Bran. I mean, sort of attempting to save Bran. So I was kind of sad to see him go, but he was basically fighting all the whites and stuff off by himself because all the other guys got killed. And like at the end when he was like done, he just looked like, oh geez, guys.
Yeah. And I wanted to see him fight his uncle.
Euron. That would have been nice. Yeah. Get a little payback.
But you can't get everything.
No. Jorah. I was so sad to see Jorah go. I honestly knew they weren't going to kill Daenerys in that moment, but Jorah got stabbed like 3 times and just kept standing up, and I was like, dude, are you just like...
Another Lord of the Rings moment, like when the guy at the end of the first one keeps getting like shot with arrows and he keeps standing back up. Oh, it's played by,
Sean Bean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's, that's going to be like the saddest one of the episode is Jorah. He did what he always did, which was protect.
Was the saddest one for me.
He did what he always did, which is protect Daenerys. And she even actually got a couple of stabs in, not to Jorah. But
for portraying me.
She did get a couple of kills in there. But yeah, I was sad to see him go because I feel like that she's gonna be like devastated about that one for a little bit.
Yeah, and he can't beat the hand now. And she doesn't really want Tyrion as her hand in the
I think, because Jorah kind of convinced her to give Tyrion a second chance on that.
Yeah, but now he's dead.
Who? Oh, Jorah. I think you said Tyrion. I was like, oh, did I miss a part?
Oh, yeah. White Walker came down, killed Tyrion. You didn't see
that's that? Another thing that was like, they're all hiding in the crypt, and then all of a sudden,
a hand breaks through, and I was like, oh no. I was wondering if we were gonna, I mean, we wouldn't see Ned because he was just bones, but any of the other ones, like specific, maybe like Lyanna or, you know, somebody else.
Oh, is that what those were?
Yeah, those are the people from the crypts, I believe, that came alive.
Oh, I just thought, I don't know what I thought, but I wasn't even thinking that.
Oh, I mean, that's what I assumed it was.
I thought those were like the outside walls and they were like breaking into the crypt.
No, I think it was the ones that were buried there that were coming alive.
Interesting.
So it's like, oh yeah, go hide in the crypts. I feel like they would have been like, should we take the dead people out first? So yeah, like that was a pretty crazy scene.
That's interesting. I didn't even think of that.
That had a little nice moment between Sansa and Tyrion, where, you know, she called Tyrion the best of her husbands, which I'm like, it's a lot of great ones too. She's only married just to him and
Ramsay, yeah.
And almost Joffrey, but so and he was just like, oh geez,
he's like, you're the best of them, and he's like, whoa, you've had some bad
yeah. So yeah, they had a nice little moment.
Maybe they will end up together. I'd be okay with it.
Well, I thought it was funny when
I don't know. I like Tyrion too much to let him end up with Sansa.
But I've been liking Sansa a lot. But I just thought it was funny when they were talking about, even like when they're like, oh, you know, maybe it would have worked between us or whatever, and she was like, oh, but the Dragon Queen, and then like Missandei's like sitting right there, and she's like, guys, hey.
Tyrion's like, I'm Hand of the Queen, like, calm down. I'm on the inside.
I forgot Missandei was like in there until she said that, and I was like, oh, hey.
Why hasn't she been trained to fight this whole time? Like, she's always by the Queen's side. Do you think that she would learn to use her sword by now?
But yeah, so I thought that was like a nice little moment. Another like kind of callback I liked was when the Red Woman said to Arya, like, what is the god of death? What do you say to the god of death? Or something, you know, whatever the line is, and she just says, not today. And I was like, oh. I was like, wait.
Did both dragons make it?
I think so. I mean, obviously
one of them like collapsed into something, but I didn't know if it ever flew out or not.
I don't know. That was the one that Jon was on. I think that one survived. And obviously, you know, Drogon came in at the end and was like protecting Daenerys as she mourned Jorah. He was like, all right. While she was like, oh, thanks for flying off, by the way, and leaving me.
Well, there was like 1,500 White Walkers on him.
Well, she could have been like, you know.
I was like, oh crap, is Drogon about to die?
But yeah, so that was once Melisandre said, you know, the blue eyes, obviously you knew Arya was going after the Night King. So that was like a cool moment where he's getting ready to do whatever. I don't know if he's gonna kill Bran or like, I don't know,
become Bran.
It's like something or and then you just see Arya flying up behind him. And like he catches her, but then she does that cool little knife move where she's like, and then everybody.
It's like, well, I've never seen that move.
Yeah, so she saved Jon because Jon was about to be dragon ice fire.
She saved everybody.
I mean, she saved everybody, but because everybody was pinned, like Jaime, Brienne, Pod, they were all pinned. I assume Tormund made it. He didn't.
I didn't like specifically see his death.
But so. Yeah, so like he, you know, but everybody was kind of pinned and was like they're about to die, and then she killed the Night King.
So does that mean Arya gets to become queen?
Arya's like, all right, guys, I'm in charge.
Bran saw it. She's like, Bran saw it. I did it. That was me.
So yeah, so like we got to see the demise. I kept thinking that Arya, like at one point, I thought she was gonna put on a face of White Walker.
I thought she already was one of them behind him.
I actually did think that too. I was like, is she gonna be one of these ones that's like laying on the ground or something and just pop up and be like?
Yeah, like one of them, I think behind like was like looking around or something, like right before she came up, and I was like, is that
one
her?
Of the generals? Oh, okay.
So I was like, is that her?
Yeah, I was like, oh, is she about to? Yeah, because, you know, it would have been interesting if she was just like wearing one of their faces. And then, yeah, so the Night King, Melisandre, I mean, she basically, I guess, just like committed suicide or like, I don't know, just ended
her purpose was done.
Yeah, so she just took off the collar and
she said like last season or the season before that, she's like, oh, I'm not dying in you know, I'm going to die in foreign lands. And then said, well, same as you will, and she was talking to Varys. So
I guess we'll see
one more death to
come. I was actually, we didn't see Varys for a while in the crypts, and I was like, is Varys dead? And then like they kind of passed Sansa and Tyrion, and I was like, oh, okay, good. You're alive. We didn't know what happened to you there for a little while.
Yeah, so I mean, all things considered,
we kind of got off easy.
With the deaths. Yeah, I mean, there's like a decent amount of names on here. I mean, the most, Theon and Jorah, because they were...
Because I kind of had a feeling Beric was going to die.
Yeah.
Lyanna Mormont, we didn't know. I mean, yeah, her character was awesome.
Her character was awesome.
We just didn't know her that
She
well.
didn't come in
I
until
would have
season 6.
Yeah.
But Theon and Jorah were like episode, they were from the beginning.
Yeah.
Beric, well, he started in the first season, but he was kind
But
of
he's in and
scattered.
out.
He was in and out. But yeah, so those are like the two biggest ones, and yeah, obviously the Night King. So it'll be interesting to see what happens next, because they have very little army left. And Cersei's got like 20,000 now. So
my prediction is that they'll go into the fight with the army they have, which won't be enough. They'll be losing really badly, like they always do.
Jon will be getting lucky, walking through the streets, killing one person, and then running.
And then she'll have one... I believe before this, she'll kind of go trying to get support from the other houses, and they're all going to pretty much say no. But then, like...
Word's going to get out.
Well, word's going to get out, but I feel like Cersei's going to do something really awful in all the other houses.
She blew up the Sept. Is that not awful enough?
Well, one, I don't know if people actually know that she did that or not.
I feel like there should be like a campaign that's like, Cersei blew up the Sept, everyone.
But yeah, something's going to happen where all the other houses are going to back her, and she's going to have a Westeros army that's going to win her the throne. Or Jon. Hope Jon.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I didn't watch the preview for the next episode because I don't like to do that. I like to...
I might do it later on.
Go in blind without any preconceived
It's usually only
notions.
like 30 seconds. It's not usually...
I know, but I try not to I don't want to I want to be surprised on what the episode's even about. I mean, obviously I knew episode 3 was the Battle of Winterfell,
Yeah.
but so yeah, I think that about does it. Dang, it was a good episode. It was just so good. It was hard to see at times, which I feel like was the point. They were trying to make it like dark and gloomy, and then
it was hard for them to see.
It was hard for them to see. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was a very well done episode.
Well, two more things I just want to touch on. There was a lot of really cool visuals. The visuals of the burning swords running across like the dark field.
Oh yeah, when the Dothraki first set out.
And you can see all like the flaming swords, like that was really cool. And then the second really cool visual was the dragons flying above the clouds, and it was just like calm
and they were like, okay.
And all of a sudden she went down first, and then Jon's like,
or yeah.
I mean, they got attacked first,
yeah.
and then he went down, and then she went down, and then Jon went
down. But yeah, so lots of just crazy things. Lots of deaths this weekend. Oh, sorry. Spoiler. But yeah, so let us know what you guys thought in the comments. What do you think's gonna happen? How are they gonna win? How are they gonna defeat Cersei? Because she has to be defeated.
I mean, she has a lot less soldiers than the Night King, but they have a lot less soldiers now.
Yeah. But yeah, let us know what you guys thought of the episode in the comments. Like, subscribe. Thank you for watching.